Hello everyone, myself Dr. Rajeshri Zavde, Assistant Professor, DG College of Commerce, Satara. Today we are going to discuss about one of the very essential ingredient of a contract, and that is capacity to contract. या टॉपिकमध्ये आपण करार करण्यासाठी ज्या पात्र व्यक्ती आहेत त्यामध्ये व्यक्ती हा संज्ञान असणं गरजेचं आहे. ही एक महत्त्वाची काय आहे तर आवश्यकता आहे करार करण्यासाठी. तर आज आपण पाहणार आहोत कॅपॅसिटी टू कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट या करारास पात्र असणाऱ्या व्यक्ती. सो त्यामध्ये जे आपण सांगितलेलं आहे की मेजर व्यक्ती असणं गरजेचं आहे, ते साऊंड माइंड असणं गरजेचं आहे व्यक्ती. सो अशा काही बाबी आपण या पार्टमध्ये पाहणार आहोत. कॅपॅसिटी टू कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ही जर स्लाइड पाहिली तर आपल्याला कळून येणार आहे. इफ यू सी दिस स्लाइड देन यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टँड दॅट अंडर द इंडियन कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट ॲक्ट 1872 capacity to contract is one of the essential ingredient. Section 11 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 deals with this capacity to contract, which is treated as an essential of this contract or an agreement. Capacity to contract. So here both the parties should be willingly, or they are ready to enter into a contract willingly. No force, no undue influence, no coercion should be there. In this sense, even the party should not be minor one, but party should be major. So what is this major and minor? The person who is below the age of majority, that person is treated as a minor person, but the person who is completing his or her age of 18 or 21 years age, then that person will be treated as a major person. So they will be able to enter into a contract. Now we'll see very important but the section of this Indian Contract Act 1872 which discuss and the deals with competence to contract or capacity of the party to enter into a contract. So according to section 11 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, every person is competent to enter into a contract who is of the age of majority according to the law. That means according to Majority Act and the Guardian and Ward Act 1890, according to that particular legislation or the law, person should complete his or her 18 or the 21 years old age. So this age is very important. And second thing is that they should be of a sound mind, means they should have that kind of capability. They should have that sound mind. This is second condition. And third is they are not disqualified by law to enter into a contract. So these are the three ingredients. If they fulfill this condition, then only they are able to enter into a contract. So these are the very important conditions of a competence to contract. So section 11 declares the following person to be competent to contract: the person who attained the age of majority first. Second, who is of a sound mind, the person who is of a sound mind in the sense the person is now able to understand the consequences, the liability, the rights of the parties. Third is the person who is not disqualified by law. That means the person who is qualified person according to law is now eligible to enter into a contract. Not disqualified by law, that means the person who is not capable to handle the terms and the condition, or to fulfill the terms and the conditions of the contract or an agreement. So here there may be a bankrupt person or the insolvent person. They are treated as disqualified person by law. So in this way we need to understand that here, if you want to understand the competence to contract or the capacity of the party to enter into a contract, so the person who fulfills this criteria, who attains the age of majority, the person who is having sound mind, the person who is not disqualified by law. So all these categories, suppose one person fulfills, then that person will be treated to enter into a कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट. त्या व्यक्तीला असं म्हटलं जाईल की तो व्यक्ती करार करण्यासाठी पात्र आहे. सो असं सेक्शन 11 नुसार भारतीय करारांचा कायदा 1872 सांगितलेला आहे. जर ह्या कंडिशन पूर्ण होत नसेल तर अशा व्यक्तीला काय म्हटलं जातं तर नॉट एलिजिबल और will be treated, the person will be treated as a minor person or the person is not qualified to enter into a contract. सो हे खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. विद्यार्थ्यांना आपण समजून घेणं गरजेचं आहे. Now we'll see this picture. If you see this slide, you will understand that there are many persons, but the person who is in circle, you will understand that it shows incapability or incapacity to make the equal status with others. So this is only one picture. What I would like to tell you that the person, suppose he is incompetent or incapable to enter into a contract, then the person is treated as not competent to enter into a contract. So here the person who are incompetent to contract, so the person who is minor first, then second, person of unsound mind. If the person is of unsound mind, that person will not be able to enter into a contract. That person is prohibited to enter into a contract. And third one, suppose person is disqualified by law, then that person is also prohibited to enter into a contract. So these persons are treated as incompetence of the parties to enter into a contract. The person who is incapable to enter into a contract. So these are the minors, persons of unsound mind, and third is persons disqualified by law. Now we'll see persons disqualified by law. So according to law, minor, then the persons of unsound mind, and other persons are also there, like foreign sovereign, then the convicts, alien enemy, insolvent, etc. These are the persons who are prohibited to enter into a contract. Suppose if they try to enter into a contract, then that contract will be treated as a void contract. That contract will not be enforceable by law. What is this person of unsound mind? So person of unsound mind is a person who is said to be of a sound mind if at the time of making the contract the person is able to understand the contract and is capable of making a rational decision considering the effect of the same. A person who is usually of unsound mind but occasionally of sound mind may make a contract when he is of a sound mind. A person who is usually of a sound mind but occasionally of unsound mind may not make a contract when he is of a unsound mind. Person of unsound mind includes an idiotic, lunatic and intoxicated person. सो या ठिकाणी आपण समजून घेणं गरजेचं आहे की ज्या वेळेला व्यक्ती हा काय असतो तर साऊंड माइंडमध्ये असतो, त्यावेळेला जर का त्याला माहीत असेल कराराच्या सर्व बाजू आणि त्याचे कॉन्सिक्वेन्सेस, तर त्यावेळेला तो करार करू शकतो. यस, परंतु ज्या वेळेला पर्सन हा अनसाऊंड माइंड असतो त्यावेळेला तो करार करू शकत नाही. फॉर एक्झाम्पल इंटॉक्सिकेटेड पर्सन, दॅट मीन्स एखादा व्यक्ती दारू पिलेला असेल किंवा एखादा व्यक्ती हा इडियट असेल किंवा मूर्ख असेल, तर अशा वेळेला द पर्सन इज ट्रीटेड ॲज incapable to enter into a contract because that person will not understand the terms and the conditions and the consequences of the contract or an agreement. So here this is very important thing which we need to understand. Now we'll see next slide. Here if you see this slide you will understand that what is this incapacity. We have seen this, the person who is minor, then the unsound mind person, and the person who is disqualified by law. So who are disqualified by law? The person who is alien enemy, convicts and the corporation. And here unsound mind person, the person who is idiot, the person who is lunatic and the drunkard person. Here is very important case. that is Mohare Bibi vs Dharamdas Ghosh. So in this case, a minor Dharamdas Ghosh mortgaged his immovable property to Brahmodat, a money lender, to secure a loan of rupees 20,000. The actual amount was not paid by the plaintiff, as he paid rupees 8,000 only and refused to pay the rest amount. Minor's mother said that his son is not liable to pay the sum as he was a minor. The Privy Council held that the minor's contract is void, and accordingly the Brahmodat's appeal was dismissed. So here we need to understand that the contract with minor persons are void. Void means that contract will not be enforceable by law. Contract with minor person is treated as invalid contract. That means not valid contract. So here we need to understand the consequences of a contract when it is made with a person who is disqualified by law, or minor person, or the person who is unsound mind person. So here Mohare Bibi vs Dharamdas Ghosh case, this case is specifically about the contract with minor person, and court held that it is void contract. Suppose if A and B is there and they want to enter into a contract, so either of the parties should be competent only. They should attain the age of majority. They should not be minor. If they are major, then only the contract between A and B will be enforceable by law. So I hope you have understood this case. And finally, I would say that for a valid contract, capacity to contract is an essential element. And under section 11 of the Contract Act, it defines the person who are eligible for contract, that is competent to contract, the person who is competent to contract, or the person who can enter into a contract. The person incompetent to contract, like minor, unsound mind, and the person disqualified by law are not eligible to enter into a contract, and the contract with such type of person is unenforceable by law. That means it will not be enforceable by law. The contract is treated as void one. Thank you one and all. These are the references. Thank you.